really excited. Honestly, hindsight is great, and I think that was kind of a waste of my time. I cannot wait to add this into my routine. Looks a bit unusual. My eyes can start watering. This is a disaster. Honestly, my skin feels very good. Oh gosh. Emollient to be an eye product, I think. 4 lip products to talk about, which is a lot. And I just didn't think I was gonna like it that much. But it makes your life so much easier when applying. Sitting on a kneeling chair, and so I always slipped off it. Hi guys, and welcome back to today's video. I clearly am in the middle of getting ready, but I wanted to film kind of the opposite of my last video. My last video was an empties, and today I wanted to share just kind of like a very casual video of us trying some new makeup together. Some of these things might be new, but I suspect the bulk of them are new to me. The reason I'm down here in my hair towel is because I desperately need to dry my hair. If you have fine hair like I do, you need to dry your hair ASAP. But the thing I like to do before I dry my hair is my makeup. It can kind of like seep in a little bit whilst I dry my hair. The first is the Lizelle Super Skin Advanced By Face Brightening Essence. This is a by face, so I have to give it a good shake. It's designed to go on kind of after cleansing. I did fake tan last night. Oh, my hands are actually they don't even look that bad IRL, but in the camera they don't look that good either. This is designed to go on after a cleanser. Honestly, I think I'm gonna love it. It's actually the second time I've tried this. There's something about it. It just feels so nourishing. Yeah, this is to apply to a cotton pad, which you can do, but I like to apply essences with my hands. This essence honestly feels a little bit greasy, like way greasier than other essences, but it's almost like I don't think it's actually greasy. It's like very odd. It just feels very nourished and hydrated. I probably have a couple of other essences that I'm currently using. Actually, I've got one essence that I'm using, which I kind of want to finish, and then I cannot wait to add this into my routine. And then from a brand I've not even tried before is this Ipsum Best Skin Eye Oil Balm. This is an Australian beauty brand. I feel like Australian beauty brands and fashion brands are really having a moment, which I'm enjoying. It says that you can use this as a mask, but I'm just going to apply it somewhat liberally, but not like a mask. But because I do have to dry my hair still, I feel like I'll have enough time to kind of let that sink in a little bit. A eye oil, which is interesting, but it doesn't feel particularly heavy. And then this is the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with an SPF 30, so it's designed to use in the morning. I have used CeraVe many times. I feel like it's quite a cult brand and very affordable, like no fuss as well. I feel like it works for lots of people. Oh. This has hyaluronic acid, ceramide and niacinamide, so kind of just designed to hydrate. But also, if you are having issues with your skin barrier, this is probably quite a good product because it's supposed to kind of like calm your skin while still hydrating it. Honestly, my skin feels very good. I really think it's this. I think this might become a holy grail product for me. It's probably too early to say. This is the second time I've used it, and both times I was like, love. It's also supposed to reduce dark spots in 7 days and help with the skin's texture and brightness. I'm gonna go dry my hair, and then I will be back to have a little play with everything else. Honestly, I'm really excited about some of the products that I have to try today. Okay, so my hair is now dry. I will say though, I got in the shower and I realized I had no shampoo. Like the bottle was there, but it was empty. So I had to use Michael's 3-in-1. Something like that, which I'm convinced he bought but then didn't like. And I was like, I told him, you're not gonna like this, it's not gonna be nice for your hair, but he insisted he must buy it. Fine, but yeah, that's what I had to use. It's obviously like spring summer, so I have so many SPFs to try. I use Eucerin probably the most, but I really like La Roche-Posay. I also really like Naked Sunday, but I have like other Naked Sunday products I'm using in this video. So my kind of two options were either Sensilis Water Fluid SPF 50, which honestly does sound great, but simply because of the hype, I am going to try the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun SPF 50+. This is a Korean skincare brand, which is huge on TikTok. It's the first product I'm trying from them. I think I probably have a couple of other bits, but I haven't had a chance to try anything. This is a chemical sunscreen SPF 50+. It does say that you should apply it and then leave half an hour. And I think that's the issue a little bit with chemical sunscreens, is that you shouldn't really go directly into the sun after. You just wait for them to kick in. Obviously this is quite basic, but just in case like one person doesn't know, you're supposed to use 3 fingers of SPF, which is honestly quite a lot. I don't think I'm gonna go for 3 fingers because I and really layering up my SPF. SPF 20 plus SPF 30 doesn't equal 50, that's not how that works. However, I do have SPF 30 in my moisturiser. This is a 50 plus, and then I've got lots of other SPF to use. I don't have a mirror. I don't know why I sat down with no mirror, but I did. Okay, actually that looks quite good. It's not really left a cast, I don't think. Oh, I've spotted a blackhead on my head and now I really want to squeeze it out. I don't really have too much to say about that. My skin looks like quite glowy, but whether that's from Skincare Below, and that's I think a bit of an issue, is that I have so many SPFs that I really want to try, but I feel like it's quite hard to review SPFs, partly because they're not that exciting. But an SPF brand that I think is quite exciting is Naked Sunday. I've got a few products from them, so I'm not going to use everything. Actually, I'm going to start with Cabana Glow Serum Drops, which are an SPF 30. Now, Naked Sunday is another Australian skincare brand. In terms of like doing cool products, I think the funnest SPF brand out there. Science behind the actual products is very reliable as far as I can tell. I feel like Australian sun care is a bit more regulated than it is in other countries, and so I always trust Australian sun care. They also have Cabana Glow mineral drops in blush, bronze and illuminate as well. I'm expecting this to either be a little bit like the Drunk Elephant drops, something similar to that. I'm gonna give this a little shake actually. It can be mixed into moisturiser or foundation, or you can wear it on its own. I'm gonna try it on its own on top of my SPF as a base product. So it looks like this. I've only poured out a little bit. It can kind of be sheared out to that. Interesting. I am going to grab a brush. Now I could apply this all over, or I could kind of use it to shape my face. Now what do I do? Let's just go all over. This is SPF 50. So unlike the last product we tried, this is a mineral SPF. Okay, that's half my face with this. Like in comparison, looks a bit unusual, but let's just even that all out. And also I have got fake tan on, so I feel like it might be okay. But what I put over this, I just know is gonna be much lighter, but let's just roll with it and see. But honestly, I don't think that looks bad. I think it's important to remember that I have fake tan on as well. Like maybe I would use this if I didn't have fake tan. It has evened out my skin quite a bit. I would say my skin looks quite glowy, but I have layered up lots of other products, so it's not to say that it's necessarily just this. This is a mineral SPF, which means it's a like physical SPF. So you know when you see like cricketers, no, like surfers with like white noses, that's a mineral SPF. Sometimes they can leave like a white cast. There is like absolutely no white cast to this. I am going to go in with one of their Sunscreen Mineral Peptide Foundation tints. I have two shades. I have 2.5 and 2. It is definitely going to be too light. I'm going to go with 2.5. I did find these very yellow, and I have quite a cool undertone. I feel like picking a colour was quite tricky. This is going to be a little bit too light, but oh gosh. I think this might be the sort of product that I really enjoy using on holiday. Even though it's got SPF 50, I would have to use an SPF under it, because I don't think I would use enough product of this. I mean, interesting, I could probably try, because apparently you have to use a 1/4 teaspoon of SPF to get what it says in the tube. I don't know if 1/4 teaspoon of a base product like this would look good or not. And this I suspect is kind of like Charlotte Tilbury's skin tint, even something like MAC Face and Body, that sort of vibe. So very little coverage. But I do find that because I have fake tan on, I have the previous product and I have this, my skin is quite even. My skin is also very glowy. But I think this is kind of more of a no makeup day product. I probably wouldn't wear this if I was going to a wedding, for example, but great if you're gonna go sit around a pool, or you're just going even for like drinks in the evening on holiday, or having like a low makeup day at home. Perfect product, and it has the SPF protection, which is amazing. But what I'm going to do now, I don't have any new concealers to try, so I am going to just go and apply my regular concealer. It's actually my favourite videos, I think. It's a sculpted brighten up concealer in the colour beige, mixed with Hourglass Vanish concealer in the colour fawn. These two just mixed together. I just really like the colour. I am going to go and apply that now. I'm going to apply it anywhere I kind of need a little bit of coverage. So that is my concealer on. I also powdered a tiny bit under my eyes just because I feel like I'm very glowy. So I use the Fenty powder because that is my favourite. I have two number 7 products. I really like number 7. More so recently, they're doing some really cool products. I really like their Future Renew range. I have featured them in empties in the past. I'm a big fan. A little bit on the pricey side, but as far as skincare goes, quite affordable. But these are their Pro Artist, Bronze and Glow, and then Colour and Glow. I have had a play with these, I'm going to be completely honest. When I was planning this video, I tried them. This is the Bronze and Glow, which has a bronzer shade on this side and then a glow on the other side. It does say on the packaging that it's a face and eye multi-stick. I love that. I love wearing bronzer on my eyes. Yesterday, before I had fake tan on, it looked very orange, but actually today, it's actually looking like it could be quite a nice colour. My task for yesterday was to wash my makeup brushes. That absolutely did not happen. I hate washing makeup brushes, and so I just put it off. Honestly, I do not dislike that. It's very, very subtle. Probably a product you'd maybe use if you're not fake tanned like I am and you're quite fair. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this on my eyes. Now inevitably I think this will crease because my eyes just have a tendency to crease. And then what I'm going to do as well is a little bit of the other side, which is kind of like a champagne highlighter. Looks like that. I'm also gonna apply that to my eye. I think this is probably a little bit emollient to be an eye product, I think. Keep trying these. When I don't have fake tan on, I'm gonna give those a go. I'm sitting on a really funny chair. I'm sitting on a kneeling chair, and so I always slipped off it. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do my brows just because there's a hair that's bothering me. It's out of place. This is the Pixie Natural Brow Duo. I'm going to use a shade light brown. My brows are absolutely not light brown. I just want something that won't make them too much darker. I just want to fill in the start without it going too dark. Also, if you can see the mess that's going on in my office when I move, please ignore it because that is exactly what I'm planning to tidy once I've finished this video. But I'm just going to use the gel that this comes with to just brush my hairs into place. But actually I do really like that. I think the colour was nice and soft. It filled in my brows without making them too dark, and this product seems quite nice too actually. It feels like they're being held in place. Nice actually, but that was better than I expected. And also I find Pixie to be relatively affordable. I have tried to find a range of brands to talk about today because I don't want to just try brands that are spoken about really heavily on the internet. A brand that has been around for a while, and I think it's been loved by people like Princess Diana, supposedly Lady Gaga, that sort of thing. It's a luxury brand, but I think the price point isn't wildly luxury. It's cosmetics a la carte. I think they're probably more known for their personalization, so they can make a foundation exactly to your shade, and they can make like a lipstick to your shade and requirements. Obviously that comes at a premium, but that's a very popular service. But I went in to have my makeup done with them maybe 3 weeks ago now. I picked this cream blush. It really reminds me of the Milk Jelly blushes, kind of a little bit more opaque. Actually, I guess it's not really, it reminds me of those, but it's definitely not like as jelly-ish as those, but it's kind of got that sort of vibe. It also smells really nice, like really subtle but really nice. Anyway, it looks black, which I think often looks really good on like a cool skin tone because it's not going to come out this colour. It's actually quite sheer. I suppose I think it's nicer to have sheerer products than super pigmented, just because it makes your life so much easier when applying. It's just so much easier to build up than have to buff away. And like I said, this isn't the cheapest product, but it is a nice brand and definitely one I'd recommend having a look into. They're available at Fortnum & Mason's, and they also have a standalone store in Chelsea. Isn't that just so nice, like so natural? I do feel like my makeup is moving a little bit, and that's that. I think that's very nice. I am going to apply mascara now. If you've seen any of my shorts from the last couple of weeks or my TikToks, you may have seen that I done a mascara week where I tried 5 mascaras in a week. Now, honestly, hindsight is great, and I think that was kind of a waste of my time due to the fact that I discovered most mascaras are pretty good. Not excellent, none of them were excellent, but they were all pretty good. It's great, but also a bit annoying. I feel like I was really on the quest for the most perfect mascara, and I just didn't quite find it. I found instead 5 pretty good mascaras, like 4 out of 5 rather than 5 out of 5s, which is not bad. And I do find that like everyone wants different things from mascaras, and actually a lot of them weren't designed to be super voluminous, which is what I like from a mascara. But this is the Sweet Mascara, Sweet Cloud Mascara. You've probably seen this packaging before. It is a Swedish brand. It's quite minimalist, as you would expect from a Swedish brand. Still quite high performing. This mascara is such a crowd favourite, and I do like it. See, that is nice, but I don't know, I just don't think it's quite my favourite. But sometimes I do find with mascaras, you need to use them for like a week and then they get even better. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just kind of trying them all out for a little bit longer. I have to powder my eyelids because what I put on them is definitely moving. And it's £24 and it is nice, especially if you... Oh, I hate when this happens. Oh, that's so annoying. I poke myself in the eye. I need to... My eyes gonna start watering. This is a disaster. Okay, actually, maybe I'm just about okay. I will have to remove that in a minute, like underneath, because I've smudged as well. My eyes are a tiny bit watery, but I think I'll be okay. That's the issue with these like very thin brushes. I find them to be very sharp if you poke yourself in the eye. And because they're so small, you can kind of get in there, which is great and can be quite painful. Mascara, I like that. Like I said, probably a 4 out of 5 for me. It's £24, so not too expensive, not groundbreaking either. And then on to lips. I'm going to apply a lip liner. It's not really the perfect lip liner for this, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Actually, I'm not sure now. And I have 4 lip products to talk about, which is a lot. But I just feel like lip products is the one product I can kind of have fun and kind of remove easily to talk through. Now the first, this really surprised me. This was sent to me and it's by Gizou, which is a makeup brand by a creator, but I can't remember her name. Quite hyped up, I would say. I had never tried anything, but I was kindly sent this lip oil, and I just didn't think I was gonna like it that much, but I really do. It just feels so lovely on the lips. This is the original colour of their honey infused lip oil. As you can imagine, it's yellow because it's honey. I'll show you this one on. I mean, it's not even about how it looks. It just feels so lovely. I'm so tempted to get the other shades because this is just a little bit yellow, and I think if you're warm toned, beautiful. Because I'm quite cool toned, I think this just doesn't quite work on me. Like, I don't hate it, I will use it, but I just think that the pinks, they look dreamy. So very tempted to get the other ones, and I definitely recommend these actually. As far as lip oils go, they'll probably be one of my favorites. I have to remove that for the next product. I have 3 kind of cranberry shades, and I'm gonna start with the most expensive and work my way down because there is a bit of a price difference. I'm not sure the price of this one, but this is again from Cosmetics a la carte, and this is their Sheer Balm lipstick. Looks like this, lovely, and then it's just a really lovely color. Like the name suggests, it is quite sheer. It smells so good. But if you're into shades like Clinique's Black Honey, is that what it's called? Black Cherry? Gosh, I can't remember. This is kind of similar. I just think that's so lovely, and that is a colour Cranberry. In keeping with this sort of shade, I also have the By Essence Pro Peptide Lip Perfector, which I'm going to apply on top just so you can kind of see. Very similar shade, but very different application. Feels really nice on the skin and looks like that. Obviously that's with the product underneath, but just lovely. I just really like that, and I think that's like £15, but has peptides in it, is vegan, and just a really lovely product, like really easy to use. I've been carrying this around in my bag probably for like the last week or so, and I've been reaching for it so much and really enjoying it. And then I don't know if I need to, but I am going to remove this one last time. If you are on a bit of a budget, I truly love e.l.f. I feel like I rave about e.l.f. all the time, and I have done honestly for the last 15 years, which is when it first came to the UK. Like, I truly have always loved e.l.f. This is their Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm in the colour Blackberry Sorbet. I just think this is a nice colour all year round. Like, I think maybe you'd assume this isn't good for summer because they're quite sheer. I really like them, and that is what that looks like. Probably, if I'm honest, probably my least favourite out of the 3, but still really like that. But that is the end of this video. I enjoyed filming it. That was really fun for me. I hope you enjoyed watching it too. Do let me know if you'd like to see another one of these and what type of products you'd like to see me try. I'm not sure what I'm going to film next week, Thursday. If you have any ideas or there's something specific you'd like to see, also let me know. I'll link all the products down below, as well as my TikTok and my Instagram. But if you have any questions, please leave them down below, so do answer all my comments, and I will see you next week Thursday. Probably not for a beauty video, but maybe a fashion one, something like that. Actually, maybe a vlog. I'm not sure, but I'll see you then. Bye. Moving myself a little bit closer to the light for a final little look at my makeup.